business has a key role to play in the fight against forced labor. There is a total lack of transparency on the whole issue. And this lack of transparency hides a multitude of sins. Slaves walk among us and we don't recognize them.
It's happening in our own backyards, in Washington, D.C., in New York, in London. Forced labor, child labor, and sexual exploitation generate about $150 million a year. Whether it starts with corporations identifying risks of slavery and trafficking in their supply chains, or consumers of everything from makeup to mobile phones holding those companies accountable, we all have a shared responsibility to take action. Unchecked, this basic violation of human rights will continue and grow, thrive and become integral to the very fabric of our societies.
Whether we're talking about sex slaves or child workers or coercive working conditions, it's almost like a black hole in the rule of law. How do we get to this place?
We have about 80,000 suppliers that we deal with. And we know most of them reasonably well. But if each of those suppliers have 10 suppliers of their own, and these suppliers have 10 suppliers of their own, then our universe is about 8 million people who do stuff for us. When issues emerge, you do not walk away from it, you stay in it, and you take your orchestration role to sort it out.
We continue to be vigilant every day because this is not a problem that you fix once. This is a problem that you have to fix every day in your supply chain.
This is why we give the award for 1 year. You can use the logo only for 1 year, then you have to reprove again.
Good companies want to make sure they have reliability in a supply chain, that they have quality control. These things cost money, and so every company has to say what's the real cost to us and how do we balance the cost and benefit.
Our first principle has to be to do no harm. And I do think that sometimes those of us who care deeply about this issue have gotten carried away in ways that have actually undermined people in the supply chains. Efforts to try to avoid having kids stitch soccer balls in Pakistan. I'm not sure that we left Pakistani kids any better off. Corporations need to be a lot more careful about this issue. I think those in civil society and the human rights community also need to be a lot more careful about the pragmatic consequences of our compassion and our efforts.